everybody who will join the live lesson or is watching the replay. I'm Rob Wynn from Learn Breezy English. There you can see, if you want to screen grab that. Now, today it will be on phrasal verbs. So any questions you have about phrasal verbs, just put them in the questions. And if you want to join and chat with me about phrasal verbs or any questions that you have, then you can tap the camera with a plus sign. 2 people have already done it. I might just bring you on straight away because sometimes people come and then people leave. So let me look. Let's have a look. Let's accept someone. If they want to join. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for following me. That's great. Hello. Hello, who's that? Bad connection. That's often the case. Bad connection. Hello from Italy. Hello. Okay. I'm going to have to remove you because you got really bad connection. So remove. Let's see who else wants to join. We've got a question, though. We've got a question. And if I sound a bit funny, one of my my fillings on my tooth has come off earlier today, so it's quite sharp. So it seems to be cutting into my tongue, which is quite unpleasant. Let's have a look at the questions. What's the best way to improve English? All right, practice makes perfect. Simple as that. Also, you have to use the language. If you don't use it, you will lose it. And that is why that's practicing. Now, somebody's put, how are you, sir? That is a question, but I kind of want questions on improving your English or phrasal verbs. So maybe there's a phrasal verb that you just don't understand. You don't know how it works. I've got loads here on this website I'm going to go through in a bit. Wow, we've got 14 people that want to join. All right, well, let's have a look. Who's next? All right, harass. Let's see. Hello, Fernando from Brazil. Where are you in Brazil? Hello from Turkey. Hello from Israel. Hello from Iraq. Hola. So you're from a Spanish-speaking country. Oh, hello. How are you?
Hello. Fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Now, what would you like to say? Do you have any questions about phrasal verbs or something else?
Okay, I think it's very difficult to remember phrasal verbs. Can you say the way to remember?
Listen, there's no way to remember phrasal verbs. Honestly, you have to understand them and view them either in movies or in books. And then you need to have your notebook. So make notes of these phrasal verbs. And then you and all of us, we're so lucky living in this time because we have the internet. And that can answer any question. So you have a phrasal verb, just search for it. I use ecosia.org. Ecosia.org. Can you see that? Basically, that means every time you search for something online, they plant a tree. So you're helping the planet when you search. So rather than Google, ecosia.org. Now, are there any particular phrasal verbs that you can bring to me and say, this one, I don't know, what does this mean?
No, there isn't any particular phrasal verb. Only I want to know about the way of remembering.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no other way. It's like anything in life. To remember, you have to be using it or hearing it a lot. That's how we learned our native language. We heard it all the time around us and we copied. We hear and we copy. But with phrasal verbs, because it's not your language, your native language, it might sound weird. That's when you use the internet. Make a note. Do you have a notebook?
Yes, yes.
Good. Well, then make sure you have plenty of room in your notebook to write down phrasal verbs, okay? And what is your name?
My name is Anne.
And where are you from?
I'm from Armenia.
Armenia.
You know
Wonderful.
where it is situated, I think. No?
Armenia.
Our
Not
neighbors are Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, Iran.
all right. Okay. So I know Turkey.
In the Caucasus.
Say again.
Southern Caucasus.
What's that?
Southern Caucasus.
What I don't understand what that word means. What is that word?
It is the name of this territory.
Oh, I see. Of these countries.
Okay, yes.
Now, is it on the east of Turkey, or it must be on the east of Turkey?
No, it is not in Turkey. Our neighbors are Turkey, Iran, and...
Okay. So which side are Turkey on? Are Turkey in the west or east, north, south? Where you are?
East.
Oh, okay. All right. So if they're on the east, then you must be closer to England than Turkey. Great. Well, listen, lovely speaking to you. I'm going to go and speak to some other people now, but hopefully I've helped you memorizing those phrasal verbs. Good luck, okay?
Thank you very much.
No worries. Take care.
Goodbye.
There we go. Straight away. Don't speak our country, Armenia. Country with a Y. Don't speak about our country. Are you precious about your country? The Kardashians are Armenian. Interesting. All right, let me see. Another question. Is it better to practice just with native speakers or not necessary? It's not necessary. Ideally, you want to, but it's really difficult because there may not be native speakers near you. However, there are always native speakers online. So again, you have to use the internet to help you improve your English. Also, what accent do you want? Do you want to sound like a Brit, because I'm from Britain, England, or do you want to sound like an American or an Australian or a New Zealander? Then you need to listen to those accents and speak to them as well. So you can find people online. I've got these Hello Talk and iTalki. They're two apps. There's lots more. Ezra is a great one. Oh, sorry, Elsa. That's, if you look on my profile, Learn Breezy English. I recently did a little reel about Elsa. That's a great app as well. So check that out. Is there any website for English speaking practice? Well, yeah, actually, those. Hello Talk, iTalki, and there's many others. In fact, I have an email group. You're welcome to join, and you can you get like a free English course on there as well. Let me just shut my door. It was a bit of a rush, so I left the door open. Yeah, so you can do that. Of course, if you come to my profile, you'll be able to find in my bio link how to join the email group. And lots of information on there about how you can practice your speaking in English. Okay, I think I've done those questions. Let's get somebody else on. There's lots of phrasal verbs on here as well, which I can go through, but it's always good just to speak to you guys. How do you feel today? Actually, I'm a little bit ill, slightly. I'm in England, so it's getting cold, and you know, my mum's been ill, my sister's been ill, my nieces have been ill. Sorry to move that. So I'm getting it as well now. So a bit of a cold. But thank you for asking. How are you feeling? I don't want any negative comments. There's somebody put something not nice about Indians. So please get off this. We don't want any racism on here. Ridiculous. All right. Are you sick? I'm a little sick. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I'm going to get worse. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. Let's invite someone on. All right. I'm just going to go with the person who's at the top. And if you don't join, I'll just get somebody else on. It's lovely to speak to you. Hello. How are you? Are you driving? I don't really want to speak to you if you're driving a car. Your focus should be on driving the car. All right. I'm going to remove that person. People, if you're driving or doing something like that, don't try to join. Your focus has to be on driving the car. You don't want to put yourself or other people in danger. Yeah, this is it. Lots of people looking for English practice. You can find people on here. You can find people on Hello Talk, on iTalki, and there's lots of others as well. Lots of others. You can find apps, many apps out there where people want to practice English, and you can practice for free. Of course, you can pay for teachers if you want to get an advanced teaching on English. A phrasal verb about illness. It's a good question, actually. So, good question. What phrasal verb about sickness? So, well, throw up. There we go. When you vomit, then we say throw up. So throw, normally throw a ball, but it's like projectile vomit. It's like throwing up. It comes out of your mouth. Quite disgusting. But that is a phrasal verb related to illness. You throw up. What else? I mean, a headache, I suppose, is that a phrasal verb? Your head is aching, so we put it together, a headache. Where am I from? I am from England. I'm from London, Croydon, but at the moment I live in the Midlands of England. Some techniques of how subtitles are added in videos. Techniques on how subtitles are added on videos. I mean, there's just apps you can use to add subtitles to videos. In fact, CapCut is what I use. Really excellent, because you can download CapCut onto your computer and it just does the subtitles for free, and it's auto subtitles. So I recommend CapCut. I think British accent is cooler than, which accent? American accent? Well, I've got a British accent. He is speaking slowly. Well, I try to. Maybe I'm not speaking slowly enough. Some people say speed up. Some people say slow down. You can't please everyone. Do you have friends Arab? So you'd say, do you have Arab friends? I kind of did have one, but then he let me down. He let me down recently. I met him in Turkey, when I was in Turkey, and lovely guy, but then I realized that he was against the LGBTQ plus community, which is hugely disappointing and sad. And I feel like he's very young, so I feel I need to send him some information about it and kind of educate him about it. All right, stomach ache, very good. Very good. Again, headache, stomach ache, and ache is when it hurts. How to say little ill or heavy? Yeah, well, little ill. Or slightly. You would say slightly ill rather than little ill. Slightly is better. Or heavy ill. So I would say slightly ill, or I'm really ill. All right. What is the condition of Britain? How do you mean the condition? Oh, it's quite cold. It's not too cold, but it's getting there. Thank you for your compliments on English. More slow. So you're saying more slow. I understand. When I'm listening to Portuguese, a language that I'm learning, it's difficult when they're speaking, even slowly. It's tough. It just goes right over my head. What's CapCut? Well, CapCut is it's a program. It's a computer program. It's an app as well. So it's to help you make videos. And there's lots out there. But CapCut is excellent because you can add subtitles for free automatically. So that's a really good app. In what situation is it better to use I feel blue? Well, when you're feeling blue, that's when you're down. you're sad, you know, you've had a bad day, you're feeling blue. How to teach speaking for learners. Well, again, speaking is improved with practice. So you need to practice speaking. Obviously, listen, repeat what you hear. You've got so much entertainment as well, English entertainment, that you can listen to, and that will really help you. Well, listen, yeah, I like your haircut. To be honest with you, I was in a bit of a rush, so I haven't really done my hair, but that's the way it goes. But thank you. I think that was sarcasm, and I love a bit of sarcasm. We love sarcasm in Britain. I'm proud of my accent. I just want to be understood. What is your accent? Thank you. I'm 41. I need a partner to practice with me. Okay, so lots of people wanting partners. I couldn't understand what about. The topic is about phrasal verbs. I love to answer your questions. I've got phrasal verbs down here. I should get to them. Guys, also, if you do want to follow me, Learn Breezy English. That is my my profile. So you're welcome to screen grab that. And then you can join the email group, get a free email, an English course with the email group. Do you know anything about Algeria? No. You're welcome to London if you can afford to get here. No, I do not. I just speak a little Portuguese. All right. Do you know people from Colombia? Well, not really. I do know one woman who was my ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriend from Colombia, but she lives in England. But other than that, I've met a few Colombians. I think when I was living in Brazil. I am from the UK. Toothache. There we go. Another one. So we've got stomach ache, toothache, which I don't have now, but it probably will happen because I've got half a tooth at the moment. Sore throat. Very good. So another one, sore throat, when your throat is sore. And sore is like an ache. This is great. We've got lots of phrasal verbs for being ill. No, I haven't been to Indonesia, but I'm coming there next year. I'm going to come to Indonesia. Why studying in England is so expensive? Well, our currency is different from your currency. At the moment, it's cheaper than normal because the pound has dropped. So many beautiful people I'm writing for my English lesson don't understand me wrong. I don't understand British English. For me, it's hard. So you put more hard, you could just say harder. So when you put the ER on, it's like more. So more fast, faster. More slow, slower. All right. I do. Thank you. Private Insta account. Rob Wynn is my name, but not many followers. It's better to follow me on here. Learn Breezy English. Also, lots of followers means that you can make more friends, in quotation marks, where you can maybe speak to them in English. All right, so I'm going to bring some more people on because, all right, I'll bring a guy on because I've spoken to, well, just one woman, wasn't it? So let's see if he joins. All phrasal verbs that finishing ache are to do with sickness. Yeah, I guess so. Feeling ill because it's something is in pain. So your head is in pain, it's a headache. Your stomach is in pain, stomach ache. Your tooth is in pain, toothache. Yeah, ache in general. There's nothing good about an ache. All right, so they're not joining. Let's try Farzi. And while we wait for him to join, got another question. Is your speaking group free? Well, I don't have a speaking group, but if you go to Hello Talk or iTalki, you can find other partners, to other language learners that you can practice speaking with. Any other questions? No, I think I've gone through them. All right, so he's not joining either. Let's see if anybody else will join. Alexa. That is a real person, not the Amazon robot that's in some of our homes. Oh, hello. Hello, who's this? It's an empty chair. Is there a person there? No, I think somebody's probably just asked to join and then left their phone. So I will remove them. Remove them. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? All right. This that looks like a guy. I like to get a girl on and then a guy, you know, mix it up. So Mad wants to speak. Have you asked to join? Hello, who is this? No, they've left. All right. All right, let's see. I'm just going to invite, I think it is a woman, but who can practice with me? It's great. So listen, if you're looking for a speaking partner, just go through the comments. There's lots of people that want speaking partners. Okay, what does it mean to wait on in British English? Yeah, to serve, like a server. You wait on somebody, like a waiter is somebody obviously who waits on you in a restaurant. So it's the same as that. So maybe you are looking after, so you look after somebody. Okay, and that's another phrasal verb. When you're caring about somebody, you look after them. And yeah, wait on. It's different to look after. Looking after is more heartfelt. You're caring for that person, whereas waiting on somebody could just be a job. You might be a butler. A butler waits on people. Can you remember the one with the cucumber? What? Cough. Ladies, please add me for learning together. We get better practice. Why just ladies? Why just ladies? Because that wasn't a lady speaking. That was a guy. I am British. I work in a hotel. I know a lot of people around Brazil there. All right. So let's see if we can get George coach. Oh, I'm intrigued to know how he coaches people. Let's see if he joins. Watch him from Balocristan. Where is that? Hello from Colombia. Where are you in Colombia? I'm from Paris, one of my favorite cities. Absolutely love Paris. Not joining. Okay. All right. Neverland. Come on, Neverland. I know you want to join.
Hello.
Hello, Neverland. How are you?
Hello from Georgia.
From Georgia. What's your name?
Hello.
My name is
two
George.
now. I see. I invite one and then someone doesn't join. All right. I only just want one of you on. Can one of you remove yourself and I'll come back to you?
Nice
just tell
to
me.
see you.
All right, Netherland. I'll come back to you, Netherland. All right.
Okay.
All right. And I'll remove you, Netherland, and I'll come back to you later. I'll just stay on. So, who is this person who just came? Oh, Netherland's still here. All right. I'm confused now. You're not Netherland. That's why you're not Netherland. You're George, right?
No,
George.
from
You're George Coach. What, George? What do you coach?
Yes, I'm from Georgia city, but we are drinking a cup hot chocolate.
Lovely. While I'm having my tea, what do you coach? Are you a coach, George?
Yeah, I'm personal trainer.
Right. So you're fit. You're a fit man.
Yes.
You're
Thank
fit.
you.
No worries.
Thank you.
And you live in Georgia. You're improving your English. What questions can I answer? Do you have any on phrasal verbs, or do you have
I
questions
have
on something
Facebook
else?
and also TikTok. I'm using TikTok and Facebook also.
Okay. So do you have an online business?
Yes, I do some there. Some videos, making good video for motivation video, making something like that for motivate people.
Brilliant. And are you doing it in English?
My English mostly is experience for talking to people and working something like that.
Well, listen, if you can use your English, improve your English so that you can do online coaching in English, that will make your audience a lot larger.
I have experience. I'm doing for live streaming in TikTok platform, and
Okay.
there come many countries people look at me for my page, and mostly 1,000 people they look at my page, and I really motivate people. Really, they like it. They really doing
Brilliant.
it.
Brilliant.
And
So
I
go on.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, congratulations on your business. How can I
Thank
help you
you.
today?
Just I'm gonna say for world really came angry and dangerous. I blast it. I really take care of our people. The world really going really crazy. That's really bad.
Okay. So you're doing your best to bring hope to people.
I doing my best helping people and supporting and giving good advice for people.
But that mainly is just advice on being physically in good shape and healthy, yeah?
Yes, yes,
All right,
yes.
fantastic. But how can I help you? I love it. But is there any questions for me to do with English?
I really appreciate that page. People really that's really helpful for helping people for because English language is most biggest language in the world, and we need for some help for each other for and
Yeah,
gain
you're
for
right.
experience.
So you're talking about this page, ewa.english.
Yes, yeah, I
No, I
appreciate
agree.
that.
It's amazing. She's
It's
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's really big community for helping people and
yeah.
people meeting here each other. They texting. They really enjoy.
Mm.
That's really helpful.
Yes, well, I agree. This isn't my page, but
Really?
no, I
Wow.
wish it was mine. Imagine over 5 million followers. No, this is my page. Learn Breezy English. So,
Okay,
but
I absolutely following that page.
that would be great.
Absolutely.
You can screen grab to remember it. Learn Breezy English.
But
Yeah, but she lets other people from other profiles just come onto her page and do lessons. So she's really kind and
yeah,
generous
yeah,
because it helps
sure,
us out.
sure.
It makes us reach a bigger audience as well and gets us followers. So she's wonderful.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good luck for enjoy for
Thank you. Well,
your.
listen, good luck to you as well. And I'm going to move on because there's other people that want to chat.
Oh,
But it's been
uh,
lovely speaking to
I'm
you.
gonna I'm gonna ask you some question. Do you know Republica Georgia?
Do I know Georgia, the country?
Yes, yes,
No,
country.
not really.
This
No.
is this is Caucasus. This is amazing place. Here we have some amazing wine. We have amazing place for living,
So you're
and especially
inviting
Black
me.
Sea. If you know Black Sea, Batumi. I came from Batumi city. It's very good city, very helpful, very safety also.
Okay. Okay.
It's nearby for Turkey border. That's Caucasus.
Okay. So you're inviting me over to Georgia, yeah?
Yeah, welcome. You're
All right.
welcome.
Well, I'll put it on my list. I've got a list, never-ending list of places that I want to visit, starting in January. I think I'm going to Indonesia in January. I may also do a Camp USA next year. Go to the USA and work on a camp. So that's an exciting future. Hopefully it all works out. But for now, I'm going to have to remove you. But thanks so much. You take care, George. Lovely speaking
Yeah,
to you.
take care. Take care. I appreciate it. God bless us. Thank
No
you
worries.
so
Bye
much.
bye. Lovely chat there. That's what I like to see. So let me see some of your messages. It could be more than 2 people, maybe. Well, actually, I'll go back to that guy, actually, because he was on there. Let me find his name. I think it was... I've got to try and find him now. I don't know who it was, actually, because I thought it was... Oh, I think he's gone now. Sorry about that. Maybe it was Heras, but I've invited him already. It might be Fauzi. Vicky, which sounds like a female name, but it's a guy picture. So let's see if Vicky joins. I would like to join Miss Rose. Hello, Vicky. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine. How are
Where are
you?
you from,
I'm
Vicky?
from India.
I'm good. India, wonderful. I've got a large Indian
Yes.
followers, a lot of followers on Learn Breezy English. So you're welcome to join.
Yeah,
Well,
learn.
everybody's
Yeah, I
welcome to
saw
join.
I saw your page. Learn
Fantastic.
Breezy English. I remember the page.
Thank you. So, how can I help you today? What questions do you have?
I just want to advise. Actually, I have some advice for the people following your page.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I just want to advise them that they should follow each other and they should try and communicate through audios or videos. People
All
should
right. So
interact with each other. They will learn English when they interact with each other through audio calls, or texting.
I see. I see. So you're encouraging the community to come together and
Yeah,
help each other out. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
You can really help each other out.
yeah.
Um,
I already have some friend from this page. We are exchanging cultural things and
great.
also
So
learning some different. I'm learning Spanish and other languages, and I'm helping people with English.
wonderful. Oh, brilliant. So your English sounds really excellent. So you're helping others improve their
Yeah. So
English.
your name
Well
is
done.
Breezy, or is it your page?
Well, no, that's just that's a name. It's my page, Learn Breezy English. My name is Rob.
Rob. Okay. And
That's it,
you
Rob.
are
Rob
from
Went
where? Which country you are from, Rob?
from England.
Oh, that's very nice place.
From England. Have you ever been to England?
No, no, not yet. English
Hopefully you
people
will.
have been here for a few years.
Yes. Well, we like to get about if we can. Um, but listen, that's
Yeah,
fantastic. So you've given some great advice. So hopefully people have listened to this and they'll watch the replay. And
yeah,
ultimately, if you want to learn anything and improve, you need to take action and
yeah,
practice as much as you can.
yeah. Yes, that's true. I'm actually already working in a South African company, so I have to interact with my clients in English. So I'm
Right.
improving my English. It's already a bit good, but I'm trying to improve it.
Of course, you can always improve. I'm improving my English. It's always improving. I'm always learning new words, trying to increase my vocabulary. And even with natives,
Yeah,
I have to use those words, otherwise I forget them. Because obviously it's easy to forget words if you don't use them. So that's always my advice. You
yes.
must use it,
So
otherwise you will
I
lose it.
want to ask you,
Yeah.
what do you think, what people lack? Like they always try to learn some new language, but where they lack, you might be like a professional. What can you advise people like where you think they lack?
Well, it depends really. They lack the part of English that they don't use the most. So many people, they say I can read, but the speaking, I can't speak very well. That is simply because they don't speak. They need to practice speaking. If you don't practice, you won't get better. You won't improve. But maybe there's people that do speak English, but their writing is poor. That's because they don't write enough. So really, if you want to be a
Yeah,
complete, English, be efficient, completely efficient with English, you need to practice every area. So you need to practice speaking and practice listening and writing and
yeah,
reading. Practice all four of those areas, and that way you will become efficient in English.
yeah, that's
Right?
true. And I want to ask, like, people are not very much focused. They just don't do. They just use texting on like friends with friends, not very much listening. Yeah, that's true. They're not doing too much listening.
Well, yeah, but to be honest, I think listening should be the easiest because there's so much entertainment out
Yeah,
there. When you watch English films, English language films, you never want to watch dubbed films. Never watch dubbed films if you want to learn English. You need to listen. to the English, also something I learned recently, I've always said, have those subtitles on in English, because that does improve your knowledge of grammar and of how words are spelled and connecting the written word with how it sounds. I still stick to that. But if your problem is with listening, sometimes, and you're a good reader, sometimes you'll just focus on the subtitles, and your ears, your listening will be weaker because you're focusing on reading. So sometimes if your listening is poor, don't have subtitles. Just remove the subtitles and just
Yes.
have a film play, and then you'll really have to tune in to the language, really listen hard to understand what words have been spoken. So that's great that you mentioned that. It gave
Yes.
me an opportunity to give that advice. All right. Now listen, I've loved chatting with you. I better move on to see if somebody else. Well, we've got 23 other people that want to chat. So
Yes,
I
yes,
love
sure. You
speaking
should
with
give,
you.
yeah, you should give opportunity to other people also. People are
Thank you
saying
so
you
much.
should
Lovely
add
speaking to
one
you.
from Brazil. Yeah, same
From
here, same
Brazil. Well,
here,
I'll see
same
if
here. But I don't, I think you will not be able to find a person from his ID that he is from which country. You can
well, I'll do
add
my
this
best.
girl. There is Tamiris Miranda. She's my friend. She's from Brazil. You can add her.
Okay. Okay. Well, if she's on here, I will do.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Vicky. You have a good day, mate. Take care.
yeah, yeah.
Bye-bye. Lovely chap, smart guy, and his English was really good, wasn't it? Thank you for those that are following me. Much appreciated. If you do want to follow me, Learn Breezy English, you can screenshot that. Right. Please send your numbers on private. I think you're talking to other people on here because you want to chat, and that's really important for you. Hello from Indonesia. Well, I'm coming to Indonesia, so maybe I'll see you around there. Okay, very good. So Paris English class, hello, how are you? So you tell your students to turn off subtitles. So there you go. So what I just said, you agree with fully. But do you also agree that it does help as well if your listening skills are good, but your writing isn't great and your grammar isn't great, then the subtitles are helpful? Let me know, Paris. Tamara's Miranda. So are you the guy that he was talking about? Do you want to join? Let's have a look. If you're on here, she is. I want to accept her. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I think he said Tamira's from Brazil, so it could be you. Bye-bye. You have to go. Are you learning? So you say, are you learning other languages, not another? Because another is just one. Hello. How are you? Are you his friend? Hello. What's your name? I'm going to remove you if you don't speak. Maybe you've got a bad connection. And I can't see you either. So I'm going to remove you, Samira. There we go. That was just a woman just laughing. Fair enough. So let's see who else wants to join. We will try to get a woman on. We've had a woman and a man. So we'll go back to a woman. And thank you for following me. Julie Ribifair. Can you move? Can I move? Of course I can move. All right, let's see who this is, if they want to join. And give me some questions on phrasal verbs. Thank you for your questions on phrasal verbs. I do have a website here with lots of phrasal verbs. Oh, hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. What about you?
I'm good, I recognise you. Have we spoken before?
Yes, it's my second time, I think.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what's your name again?
Ayday.
Ayday. And where are you from?
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, lovely. And what's your question?
My question is about not like learning English, but I just wanted to ask about green cards. If you don't mind, of course.
Green cards. Well, I don't know anything about green cards. You probably know more than I do.
I would like to know more about it. If you don't mind, or I can just miss this question.
Well, I don't know. What's your question?
I said about a green card to like moving country.
Right. So you need a green card to move in. I think green cards are in America, aren't they? In the US.
Yes.
So I guess you need a green card if you want to live there. So I think you have to marry somebody, don't you, to get a green card?
Applying, how to fill in like this.
What? Fill in the form. So what?
Yes.
What can I? That's not the best question. You know, you just got to fill the form in. Give me another question. Give me another question, please. Ideally about phrasal verbs.
Okay, sorry.
Do you have another?
Yes, sorry. Just I want to know about green cards, how to like move, how to get this card.
Well, listen, go to ecosia.org, put in green cards, and that will explain everything you need to know, okay, about green cards. I'm really here to help you with English. So unless you have a question about that, I'll find somebody else. You know, we've got 27 people here that want to speak. So do you have another question?
There is no another question, and thank you for accepting me. Thank you.
No worries. Listen, you have a good day, Ada. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Remove. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get somebody else on. You are such a great combo. I have to jump off. Enjoy the live. Does somebody help me improve my speaking level? Well, you are the only person that can improve your speaking level. You need to practice. Find a speaking partner. So we're talking about phrasal verbs. And somebody's got a question. There we go. What's the difference between fill in and fill out? This came up a while ago, actually. I think the last time I did a lesson, fill in and fill out. They're really similar. Let's say you've got a form. I guess fill out is like complete it. Like to fill out this form. Or you could say fill in this form, but fill in seems like it's more precise, a certain part of a form. You could fill in this section, maybe, or you could fill in page 1 of the form. Whereas fill out, you wouldn't say fill out page 1. I suppose you could do, but it feels like more of the whole part of it, fill out. All right, let's have a look. Other people want to join, and I want to hear your questions about phrasal verbs, ideally. And we've got 15 minutes left. Here's someone from Brazil would like to go up. They're not joining. What's the difference between tell and say? Important, this one. There's a few comments like that about what's the difference. Telling somebody is more about maybe perhaps something like a secret. You tell a secret. Maybe it's got a bit more, what's the best word to use? So there's like a secret is a good example because it's precious. The information, it's not something you would tell everybody. You tell one person. Whereas say is less important what you're saying. Just, I was at the bus stop and I heard somebody say, maybe they're not speaking to you, but they're speaking to other people. So I heard somebody say that the bus was going to be late today. So you wouldn't say you heard somebody tell, because tell is like you're telling somebody specific about something, like a secret. But it's a really good question. And if you have other questions, use ecosia.org, a great search engine which plants a tree every time you search for something, and you could find out more information. Phrasal verbs are so difficult for me, but I don't give up. Well, there you go. Give up is a phrasal verb. So you know that phrasal verb. Because again, with get and give, you have lots of phrasal verbs. That's an excellent one. Give up. When you give up, it's like, okay, you're not going to try anymore. So that's when you give up. But you don't want to give up, especially with English. Don't underestimate self-study. Exactly. You are in control of everything in your life and how well you get at something. So if you want to be fluent in English, you can do it. You just need to put in the effort. What are common phrasal verbs in daily conversation? It's a difficult one to answer that because there's so many phrasal verbs. And you say common conversation. What is common conversation? I mean, I guess, is that a phrasal verb? When somebody asks you how you're doing, you can say all good. I guess not, because neither of those are verbs. So don't give up, move on. There we go, move on. Really good, thank you, Paris. Your name is Paris, right? I'm taking it as you, Paris, and you're not, that's not where you're from. Difference between have you ever and did you ever? There's not much of a difference, to be honest. Did you ever do this? Have you ever done this? Obviously, the verb is in the perfect tense if you use have. So do becomes done. Can you explain knowledge and information difference? Knowledge. Well, information could be about anything, but knowledge is something that maybe you read a lot of information and you take on that knowledge in your mind. So they are different. How can I help children to learn English? Get them speaking, and if they're young, get them to listen to English and repeat what they hear. Where can I find phrasal verbs? Online. You can find everything online. Just ecosia.org. There we go. Where is it? There we go. Ecosia.org, phrasal verbs, and you'll get a load of phrasal verbs. Did you know? I don't know Arabic at all. Here we go. Paris has got a lot. Pick up, drop off, turn on, turn off, hang on, hold on. Great, Paris. Lots of phrasal verbs there. So, but how could we use those words? So pick up is a good one because it can be used as to pick something up, but also when you drive and collect somebody, then you are picking them up as well. So I will pick you up after work means you are going to drive and collect somebody in your car and take them home. So you might pick up your husband or wife from work. Pick me, please. Okay, somebody wants to join to speak. So, Heras, I think I did try to get you on ages ago, so I'm going to invite you on again. Let's see if he joins this time. Got 10 minutes left. Teacher, do you have a website? I do have a website. Thank you for asking. It's learnbreezyenglish.com. Oh, hello. How are you? What's your name, sir?
Hello, my name is Vlad. I'm from Ukraine. So
and you came on earlier,
nice
right?
Yes, but
Good.
You don't pick up me actually.
Good. I'm glad I found
it's
you.
A great as for me, it's a great opportunity to talk to you, such as a good level of English speaking.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine, Kiev.
Okay. How are things there at the moment?
I think it's calm, because we are in some time related to the things that are going around. So war is not an exception.
No, of course not. Well, my thoughts are with you and your family and everybody in Ukraine. It's awful what's happening. But how can I help you with English? Do you have any questions?
I would like to ask you some crazy questions, like when we are speaking about complex phrasal verbs, we are trying to learn them actually. But the next question is what are the easiest ways to learn such complex words that are existing?
Do you mean phrasal verbs? To learn
Yes, yes, yes,
phrasal verbs? Well, as somebody asked
yes.
earlier about how to learn them, the only real way to learn any language is from listening to it, hearing it being used in conversations. So this can be with other people, natives, or it's maybe difficult for you to be speaking with them. So you can watch shows and films and you'll hear lots of phrasal verbs. And if you have the subtitles on as well, which sometimes is good for you, sometimes not so good if you're trying to improve your listening skills, but you'll be able to see these phrasal verbs together. And you need to make notes as well. So you might hear this phrasal verb and it doesn't make sense to you. But if you make a note,
Okay,
then
can I ask one more question?
sure.
Can I ask one more question about speaking and phrasal verbs? So, for example, we are talking about not phrasal verbs, but complex object and subject. Are they really important in daily speaking?
So what are important in daily speaking? Phrasal verbs, or what was the other word you said?
No, not phrasal. No, I said are the importance of using complex object and complex subject in daily speaking with natives or anyone
Complex.
you could ask for.
Complex.
Object.
What does that mean? Complex. Complex
Complex.
subjects and complex objects. Give me an example of a complex subject.
Okay.
Or complex
I'm
object.
afraid of going. No, maybe for example, complex subject. I'm afraid of going there, for example.
I don't really understand the question. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of going there. What's complex about that? That seems like a pretty simple phrase. So I don't understand the complex.
Okay.
Maybe Paris.
Okay,
Paris might be able to know because I think she's a teacher. He means
maybe.
difficult. Difficult. You mean difficult?
Yes.
But what is a difficult words? Do you mean difficult words?
I don't get it actually. So, what can we?
Hang on. Somebody.
What
People are
can?
writing complex object. I want you to pick up that hammer. I want you to pick up that hammer. Complex object. So what's complex
For example,
about? What's complex about a hammer?
No. For example, a complex object in the grammar, we can say the sentence, we noticed the woman enter the house through the back door. And
Okay.
We can also say that we noticed a woman entering or entered through the back door.
Okay.
Okay, but in simple way, it's called complex object, no?
So it's just changing the structure of the sentence. So you could use the verb in the infinitive verb.
Maybe we can say that it's more simplifying.
A simplified sentence. Yeah.
Simplifies,
well,
yes.
Yeah, often that is the case. But I guess if you want to speak like a native, then you need to be able to know how to structure a sentence in both ways, in a simple way or in a more complex way, perhaps using the continuous rather than keeping it as a simple verb.
Okay,
so
I
it's
got
just
it.
a case of just learning the differences and maybe looking at one sentence and how you can make it a simple sentence or you can make it a little bit more complex.
I thought Americans like shortage or short to cut out words, make them shorter.
I mean we use the perfect
to speak
tense
faster,
more.
yes.
Yeah, we use the perfect structure or perfect verbs more than Americans.
Okay.
So maybe it might be easier to learn American English, but if you want a bit more like complexity, I suppose, then you might want to learn how British English is spoken and sentences are structured as well.
Okay.
All right.
Before you was talking about watching films and maybe serials on English with subtitles.
Yeah.
What can you advise for watching on English to improve English?
So what do you want to improve? What part of English do you want to improve?
Maybe speaking, because
Well,
it's
speaking
challenging.
again,
It's challenging.
yeah, you need to practice. It's as simple as that. Again, listening goes with speaking. Listening is intake. You're intaking the language, really important, but it's not as important as speaking, because you're going to improve the more with speaking English. So you need to find speaking partners, which you can find
Okay.
on Instagram. There's lots of people on here that are looking for partners. You can just
I've
send
just
messages
followed
out.
you, so I can find them. Okay.
Yeah, and you can
I've
use
just followed.
Hello
Yeah.
Talk.
Yes. I've just followed your Instagram, and
Thank
that's
you.
cool, really.
Yeah, you can. There's always people looking for partners, but you can go to those as well. Hello Talk and iTalki, and there's people looking for speaking partners. You just need
Okay,
to practice.
and the last question.
Yeah.
There is many types of learning English, such as by yourself and have private lessons. So, what are the cons and pros of these two ways of learning English?
So what? Say the two ways again.
What is the pros and cons of these two ways of learning English? For example, what is the better side of learning by yourself and the better side of having private lessons, and the bad side of these
Right. So you're
ways of
saying the
learning?
two sides are learning with others and learning by yourself. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, yes, yes,
Well,
yes.
you need to do both. You need to do both, because learning with
Mm-hmm.
other people, there'll be less time for you to do that, because it's one or more persons you need to help you. Whereas self-study is, I guess, most important, because you can do that as much as you want. There's no restrictions to that. So you need to just be doing that as much as you can and enjoy it. Enjoy learning English. Enjoy watching films and reading books. Get into that, because you can do that. But it is still also important to have those conversations with other people. So you need to do both. And I can't say one is better than the other. If you're improving your speaking, yes, you do need to get somebody else. So that's important. But if you're improving your reading, your writing, that can be done on your own, and listening as well. Because you can listen to so many
Okay,
different.
okay, I got it.
Yeah. All
What
right.
is
Listen,
the weather like?
I'm gonna remove
What
you
is the
now, because
weather?
it's the end of the lesson. But I've loved
Oh,
speaking to
okay.
you, and thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
so
And you
much
take
too. Really
no worries. You
appreciate.
take care.
I'm really
Bye bye.
appreciate.
Lovely chat. All right, that's 1 hour. Thank you so much, everybody who came. And there's still 400 people here. So thank you all for joining. And if you do want to follow me, that'd be great. It's Learn Breezy English. You're welcome to screen grab that, and you can join the email group, and you get a free email course in the email group. So that'd be wonderful. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for joining. And I will end the lesson. Bye-bye.